How goes it, everybody? Welcome back to another video for you guys, and I'm going to tell you guys why I can still use a Pixel 4 XL in 2025. Now, before I get into all that, if you guys could do me a solid, smash that like button. It's just right down there below. I would truly appreciate it. But other than that, the Pixel 4 XL and the Google Pixel 4 are two solid devices that, in my opinion, they work out great for me. Now, I'm not somebody who has to get the latest and greatest of the models out there. I mean, I do have a Pixel 9a. I know some people will chase out, like the Pixel 9s, the upcoming Pixel 10, the latest iPhone, the latest Galaxy. Like that's something that, people tend to go after. And if that's something that, is important to you, then it's important to you. Like more power to you. I'm not going to knock you for wanting the latest new phone that comes out every year. But I'm not one of those types. To me, the experience that both these devices give me is amazing in my opinion. And so while using it, while having my active daily SIM card in this phone and having a secondary SIM in this phone, I can walk around as a happy camper. Now, I know it just seems pretty weird, right? Pixel 4 XL main device, Pixel 4 secondary device. Like it's a Pixel 4 XL and the Pixel 4. Like, why would you want the Pixel 4 as a secondary? Well, allow me to explain that to you guys. As this one is still running Android 13 because it is on, well, it is a Verizon variant, which has the locked bootloader. You guys probably seen on my social media that I've kind of went on a little tangent rant about Verizon keeping bootloaders locked on devices and not allowing them to be unlocked. And the reason why I want the bootloader locked is because with my Pixel 4 here, which I'm getting messages on, uh, this has a custom ROM. So this is actually running Android 15. It is running Android 15 and oh my God, I'm getting notifications left and right. It's running Android 15 with Evolution X 10.7, which I just recently flashed up from it being on Android 14. So it's still getting support from at-home developers, which makes the phone, super functional. And it still has all the great features from the stock Android version that I like about these phones, mainly the Active Edge squeeze to launch assistant, or you can squeeze it to launch camera, or you can set it to whatever you want it to be. I have it set to squeeze to launch Gemini, so it will launch Gemini when I squeeze it, which comes in handy for when I want to ask quick questions on the fly. And I could do that even with the stock Android 13 on the Pixel 4 XL. Again, don't make the mistake of getting the Verizon version or you have a locked bootloader. If you want to extend the life on the Pixel 4 XL, yeah, definitely get an unlocked or Google Fi model because then those have unlocked bootloaders so you can flash custom ROMs on it. Which is the thing, I guess the reason why I have no problem using the Pixel 4 XL or the Pixel 4 as a daily driver device. The other thing, it doesn't have 5G. And you're right, it doesn't have 5G, but that doesn't bother me at all whatsoever. The LTE speeds in my city are pretty solid for the things that I do. I'm not a mobile phone gamer, so I don't need the low latency that 5G provides. And Facebook does not require, gigabit per second speeds in order to load my Facebook feed. Same as Instagram, same as X, same as Threads, right? It's kilobit per second movement in data traffic. And so LTE is going to cut the mustard every single time. But the camera on these things is actually pretty solid too. And I know it doesn't have an ultra wide, and I barely take ultra wide photos. I've noticed I'm more of a person that likes to either just take a normal still photo or crop into that still photo, which comes in the form of a telephoto lens. So having a telephoto lens on this, not a problem at all. And hey, the way I look at it is when you look at a lot of the newer Pixels, base models come with a wide angle and an ultra wide, but the Pro models come with that telephoto. So overall, yes, outdated devices, probably not for everybody out there. But when I use them and people question me, like, why would you use something like that when you can just, sell the phones, stack your money, and get something newer and better? Yes, there's newer and better stuff out there, but that really doesn't matter to me. And the functionality and the form and everything of the Pixel 4 series is something that I truly like. And honestly, I feel like that, if Google wants to pump out a new Pixel based everything off of the Pixel 4 XL with just modern specifications, then yeah, I would definitely go jump for that because the Pixel 4 series to me is the best Pixel ever released.